Oh, champ. Wack 100 has yet again attached himself to another Rico case, this time in the city of New York, where a very known blood member by the name of Hocus 4/5 is somehow being attached to a Rico that's taking place in Savannah, Georgia. This could only be the workings of Wack. Or is it? I want y'all to hit the like button and share the video, but first we do have to hit that theme music. Salute to the chat. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh, champ.
Man, what the fuck, man? Oh, shit. I'm on the hard bench trying to sleep in the holding pen. Man, how the fuck did I get here again? First thing in the morning, it's the fuck shit. They called the case, I got confronted by a tough snitch. You told me do it, don't act like you ain't done me do it. You ain't a shooter, you a Sherman, you fucking loser. I fly the kite, my little man, to cut his sister up. He love his bitch, you snatch her, he'll start switching up. I'm cool, I just wait till my next court date. I bet he catch amnesia, we do this shit at leisure. Surrounded by Bloods, Crips, Kings, and the Etas. Gym stars open niggas up like Berettas. I'm trying to be easy, but every now and then I gotta put it in, please believe me. You get to looking at me strange, I'm prepared, Jack. $150, keep the change, you can wear that. This is murder, this is not music. I had the style 10 years ago, I just didn't use it. You niggas forgot how I do it. Well, I do it like there's nothing to it. This is murder, this is not music. I had the style 10 years ago, I just didn't use it. You niggas forgot how I do it. Well, I do it like there's nothing to it. Yeah. All I'ma do is this, I'ma keep counting money. I don't give a fuck. If it make you sick to see a nigga win, I'ma make you watch me win over and over again. You already know what it is with me, motherfucker. This
goddamn button, push a goddamn button, push a goddamn button, push a goddamn button.
It's the mayor. Welcome to Showface News. You call me what you want, just don't call me woke. And you're not rocking with the 10 favorite Showface News. This big guy from, you already know it's the 10 versus everybody at all times. Hey, gang, just for safety purposes, are you ready, gang? We're going to do something very fast. Are you ready? This is going to be quick. Look. Following content is rated F for fiction, which means it's not real. This is all entertainment. It never happened. This is all satire. It's all make-believe out of the mayor's head. Enjoy. I had to do that real fast, gang. My fault. I had to do that real quick. Now, there is a known blood member in the city of New York known as Hocus 4/5. Now, I know people who personally know Hocus 4/5. I've never met the guy, never spoke to him or nothing like that. But I know for a fact that he does promote very positive things online, street justice amongst very disgusting criminals in the city of New York and across the entire United States for that matter, right? So he's now, for some reason, a part of some Rico case that's happening in Savannah, Georgia, which doesn't make sense. All right, now I seen this video the other day, and I didn't know who he was alluding to in this video, but now I actually know. It's Wack 100, gang. Went up these like, smash the like, share the video. Let's take a look at what's going on.
Picked up by the feds, and I was charged in a sex, money, murder Rico indictment. A conspiracy indictment. No, this is real shit. I'm not even joking. Yesterday, I was picked up by the feds and charged in a sex, money, murder Rico indictment. I'm laying down in the house. I see sirens outside. And I hear, Hassan Harris, freeze! FBI! Like, I'm being pranked. Like, hold on, what? FBI? So they take me into custody. They didn't want to tell me my charges. I get there, and my lawyer shows me that I am charged in a Rico conspiracy based in Savannah, Georgia. The Southern District of Savannah, Georgia. Now listen. You see these black spaces? These are my co-defendants. These are my co-defendants. And that's just me. Where the fuck are my co-defendants? They redacted the whole indictment. They redacted everything. Black, redact, black, redact. They redacted everything. Look at the indictment. I'm charged in a Rico conspiracy. Yo, listen, man. I'm gonna say this much, right? They got Rico conspiracy here, murder in the aid of racketeering, causing death through the use of a firearm, conspiracy to commit murder in the aid of racketeering, wire fraud conspiracy, and drug conspiracy. Now, out of all of this, right, as you can see in the indictment, they got wire fraud conspiracy, and that's what they charged me with, right? So they're saying that I committed wire fraud during the pandemic by getting unemployment and PPP loans. And I'm gonna say this: I maintain my innocence. Everything I do is by the book. I'm not in no conspiracy. I didn't conspire to do anything with anybody. I'm going to fight. I'm missed to go to trial.
So hold on. He said he getting his wire fraud, PPP loan fraud. But what in the world do that got to do with Savannah, Georgia's sex, money, murder? See, here's what y'all got to realize when it comes to gangs, right? Outside of LA and all that. In New York, we have different people who rep the same set, but they have different names because they in different blocks of different areas. For example, a lot of y'all thought that Jim Jones non-trace was the same thing as the Brooklyn non-trace, and it's not. A lot of y'all thought that the non-trace that Mel Murder is associated with was the same non-trace that Jim Jones is associated with, and that's not facts. Those non-trace who was with 6ix9ine is known as Treyway. That's the name of their particular non-trace set. It's Treyway. Jim Jones ain't no Treyway. He is non-Trey, but he's a part of a Harlem sector of non-Trey bloods, bro. Understand? Sex, money, murder has different sectors of sex, money, murder in New York and in other places. Jersey has sex, money, murder. Florida got sex, money, murder. Atlanta, Savannah, Georgia got sex, money, murder. But those sex, money, murders are not associated with each other, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, these are the gangs repping the same person, Pistol Pete, who created sex, money, murder, and all that. However, they don't have no connection to where they're doing business. In fact, the politics are even different when it comes to gangs in other regions that are jacking the same thing, but it's different though. They go under a different name. So how in the world could somebody in New York City that sex, money, murder have anything to do with a sector of sex, money, murder in Savannah, Georgia? That don't even make sense, gang. It doesn't. And judging by the behavior that I've seen from Hocus 4/5, it wouldn't make sense that he is a part of that. I'm just saying, it don't make sense, gang. It don't make legitimate sense. But understand that outside of the West Coast, I know the West Coast pretty much has their gangs in one section. In New York and places like that, you have similar gangs, but in different sections, bro. It's crazy, but that's just how it goes. Run up these likes, smash a like, share the video. Let's keep it going.
Y'all know that. I'm going to trial and I'm going to fight. I do gang prevention and I do, get anti-gang violence. And that's my movement. And y'all know that. Y'all see it every day. Y'all see it every day. It's like this is an ill attempt to embarrass me or something, or to make me look like a hypocrite. All he's doing anti-gang violence, but throw me in a conspiracy with people that I don't even know. From Savannah. I never been to Savannah, Georgia in my life. I never been to Savannah, Georgia in my life, number one. And I can't tell you one person I know right now from Savannah. I couldn't tell you. If you ask me, not one person. Just because, you know how they do. So in the beginning, they start off with, in the 80s, 90s, sex, money, murder, and this, and they go into the gang. It's like, anything that got to do with them 3 letters, SMM, they want to throw me in there. And I'm telling y'all, I'm walking a straight line. I'm walking a fine line, a straight line. I do not commit crime. I do not commit crime. I don't. I go to work and I go home. And this is just really messed up. That now I gotta fight once again with the legal justice system as I'm walking a straight line and thrown into a conspiracy that have murders on it, that I have nothing to do with, people that I don't even know. Then don't even tell me who these people are. They just black out the whole indictment and then lets me go. Let's talk about that, because I know y'all like to play with niggas' names out here.
So they did all that and let them go, which is weird, by the way. Shorty Nick says some Atlanta sex, money, murder members got swooped too. this is interesting because this is feds and Thug Nim State Sweep just happened, but the feds stayed out of it. Interesting. Even, first of all, even in the state of Georgia, what do Sex Money Murder members in Savannah got to do with Sex Money Murder members in Atlanta? You feel what I'm saying? I get it though. If that's a state thing, why the hell are y'all going to New York to see who's a Sex Money Murder member? Sex Money Murder in New York don't got nothing to do with no Sex Money murders in Atlanta, and etc., whatever the case may be. You understand? They got their own big homies and all that. Out there in Georgia and wherever else they got Sex Money Murder at. Yeah, Sex Money Murder started in goddamn Soundview projects of the Bronx somewhere, right? And Pistol Pete is the person who created that gang. In fact, Sex Money Murder wasn't even a blood gang until the UBN came together and they put Sex Money Murder in there as a blood gang. You feel me? So to say that, hey, this guy who has never been in Savannah is in some way a part of it is weird. That's like saying Big U got something to do with the rolling 60s in Brownsville, Brooklyn, low key, a little bit. But even then, Hocus 4/5 is not a figure that is someone who's the face of Sex Money Murder in New York, just to make it make sense, okay? I'm just saying. Shorty Nick also says, they had Thug and them on wiretap with the New York niggas that gave the green light on Big. Nah, champ. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with Hocus 4/5. You dig? But the motherland of Sex Money Murder is pretty much the Bronx, New York, to be very clear. I will say that. Bring up these smash the like, share the video. Let's hear what else he got to say.
How did Hocus, get let go? I can hear the trolls now. How did Hocus get let go? And he's in an indictment with murders on it because Hocus ain't got nothing to do with nobody killing nobody. That's how. Hocus really didn't do nothing. I maintain my innocence. I am going to trial. I didn't conspire. I didn't do no fraud. I did not do no fraud. I do everything by the book with me. It's textbook. Yo, for real. So here go my, if y'all want to stop it, the video and see it. I was let out on an unsecured bond of $25,000, which is a signature bond, which means I didn't have to pay it. Why they let me go? I don't know. They let me go because I ain't do nothing. So they locked me up and they throw me in a conspiracy. So right now, I'm fighting a Rico. Well, I'm actually fighting the wire fraud charges, but thrown in a Rico conspiracy. And this is public information. It's gonna come out anyway. So I'm putting it out there first because I don't want y'all to think I'm some hypocrite, right? My voice is my only weapon.
Let's remember, they let him go. If he was so guilty, nigga, they would have never let him go. I don't know nobody who's not guilty or who is supposedly guilty of doing these things and they let them go. That doesn't make sense. Unless you're a complete rat, which he is not, okay? Which he is not, right? Listen, this can only be the workings of one man only. Miguel Roy Jones, aka your boy Wack 100. Because why, bro? And here's the thing you gotta realize. You got these niggas on YouTube who surrounded by Wack who be making calls on niggas and talking to niggas, local police and all that. Making tips on niggas. These are facts. We done seen it. There's video footage of it. These niggas be dropping tips on niggas out of pure spite, out of just being spiteful niggas. They do these types of things. The people who are not even really committing crimes, bro. We done seen it. We done witnessed it. These niggas call themselves quote unquote police and all that. I done seen it. I done been on YouTube long enough to see it. These niggas is cops, man. And that's just a fact. Or they want to be informants. One of them is really an informant. The others are just aspiring informants at this point. You dig? But they let him go though. So imagine not being innocent, but they let you go. Doesn't make sense, right? Run up these likes, gang. Smash the like, share the video, gang. Let's continue. Oh, champ.
I don't want y'all to think I'm some hypocrite, really involved in some gang activity, but I'm doing anti-gang shit over here. You know what I mean? I'm doing gang prevention over here. I do not gangbang. I don't. Everybody know this. I'm not in contact with gang members talking gang shit. I'm not texting. I'm not in no gang politics. I go to work and I go home. We are watching modern day. This is modern day. With the FBI and J. Edgar Hoover and them did the Black Panthers and people like Fred Hampton. It's happening right now in our face. Y'all are witnessing it. Y'all see what I'm doing. I'm telling y'all, and I promise y'all, I am not a hypocrite. I am not involved in any gang activity. And I'm not saying this so they could think that I'm trying to play it off, or they could think that I'm innocent. I don't do it. And they know it. They know it, because if they investigate me, they know everything that I do. Y'all got my phone tapped. Y'all know everything. Y'all see the positive. Y'all see the meetings I have with my team and how we want to make a change in the plans that we implement.
Okay. So somebody in the comments asked, Supreme says, how can you be an innocent gang member? I didn't know you could be in a gang without committing a crime. Well, first and foremost, let me explain something. Hocus 4/5, yeah, was as a sex money murder member, but he already served his time for being a member. He is no longer claiming the gang. He's no longer jacking the gang. But yes, he is an old sex money murder member who did his time in Rikers Island and etc. He's no longer a member though. He does good work in the community. He does good work online. He airs out criminals online who do disgusting crimes across state lines and demand street justice for people who do wrongdoings to kids and innocent people. Facts. So he doesn't bang blood no more, but he was a known member at a time, and everybody knows who he is. He doesn't promote any gang violence. He's not in a gang. He's not throwing up the set or nothing like that. This man already served his time as a member of sex money murder. He don't bang no more. You dig what I'm saying? He doesn't bang no more. He was a part of them at a point, yes, but he already did his time and all that. This guy's an older man. I know he might not look older, but he is an older man, champ, with children and etc. You feel me? Shorty Nick says they ain't got much on him if he got a bond. Them folks don't give bonds easily because they don't need the money. Yeah, in New York, you're not getting an easy bond neither. Like, bro, they have to have something on you to keep you. If they don't got nothing on you, then they have to let you go because they don't have anything. At that point, they just being petty. You dig? Run up these likes, smash the like button, share the video. Let's keep it going. Oh, champ.
And the nonprofit I just started, and y'all see what I'm doing. It had nothing to do with any gang violence, anything gang activity at all. But you throw me in a Rico with people that I don't know in Savannah, Georgia, just because I live in Georgia? I'm telling y'all I'm innocent. Like, just because the feds charge you with something, don't think that maybe he did something. No, I didn't do nothing. I'm telling you, I didn't do nothing. I'm telling you, I didn't do nothing. Anyway, man, I'm off this. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop doing my roll calls. I'm not going to stop helping y'all. I'm not going to stop doing anti-gang violence. I just ask for that support back from the people because, you know, I need y'all to rally behind me. I need it. Like, y'all see what I'm up against. And we know the real reason why, you know, someone like me is being attacked. It's the positive stuff that I'm doing. And I got one more thing before I go. It's just, I gotta say it. How ironic. It's just how odd is it that it's just one guy that everybody's beef with ends up with a Rico or inside of a Rico. This one guy that everybody beef with. Y'all know who he is. Now Hocus got a Rico? Salute, man.
Hey, I beef with the same person. Hey, I'm not getting no Rico because I'm not a member, champ. You can't get me with nothing, champ. There's nothing to get me with. I never told y'all I was banging. Do I have knowledge about gangs and all that? Of course I do, champ. I grew up around gangs. Of course I do. I know people who bang. Still, ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not involved in it. But listen, this is a fact. Anybody who beef with Wack always end up in a situation, correct? He also let y'all know about the whole rolling 60s Rico that just took place. The big drawdown, right? He was telling y'all for a couple years before that even took place. All right? Listen, Hocus 4/5 don't do nothing wrong. I seen a very sloppy, obese individual who had the audacity to say that Hocus 4/5 is promoting gang violence and that. That's not facts, bro. Go to Hocus 4/5 Instagram and show me where gang violence is being promoted. The man, as much as I see him on Instagram, only posts positive things, only calls out people for doing heinous crimes and says, hey, the streets need to go handle that. We need street justice because whoever did this shouldn't get away with it. That's a positive message. The man ain't banging no more. He served his time at Rikers Island and etc. Why is it continuing? I'm just saying. So all that nonsense niggas is spewing, don't listen to them. These are a bunch of nerds who don't even know nothing. You don't know what's going on. You just talking. But let the man be the one to speak facts, because we don't got time for people to be lying and spreading these false rumors. You dig? You putting false information out there like this guy is some type of criminal or something. Listen, he did crime in the past. He don't do crime anymore. He's moved past it. He's righting his wrongs. He's trying to show people a different way. What's the problem? Oh, y'all don't like that. Y'all not pushing no. Look, as rats and as police lovers, y'all not pushing no positivity. Y'all just want to see real niggas get taken out. Niggas that y'all deem to be a threat to y'all because y'all mad that nobody gives y'all equal respect like they get respect. Y'all just want to take the real people down. That's all it is, yeah. They want to take down the ones who's real, the ones who's official. They don't like that because they not official. These are scary guys. These guys order DoorDash and can't go outside to see the driver because they scared the driver might walk them down, allegedly. They scared of the DoorDash drivers, gang. These niggas ain't no official people. You do so much dirt. Like, you being a rat doesn't make you a good person. You can't go outside and see the DoorDash driver. You at the window looking, make sure the DoorDash driver's there. You trying to make sure the coast is clear. Like, can I get my food now, nigga? You gotta wait till that DoorDash driver pull all the way down the block. You gotta wait, champ. You gotta wait till that dasher is out of sight, nigga. And then you go get your food. You can't look the DoorDash driver in the face to face. Nah, you can't do that again. You a rat. You an informant. Oh, champ. A rat and nasty work. But this is what these niggas is doing. This is what they doing, bro. And like I said, these niggas be taking their time to talk to local police and all that in other people's regions. There's video of this, gang. These is a real video. Matter of fact, we gonna get to that a little bit later. But let's go to the actual Rico case that took place in Savannah, Georgia. I believe this was recorded about 2 days ago, by the way. Run up these likes, gang.
Sarah Lyons, our acting United States Attorney for the Southern District of Georgia. Ms. Lyons regrets that she could not be here today, but she extends her warm welcome to you all. My name is Tanya Groover. I am the criminal chief of the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Georgia. I'm fortunate today to be joined by Dave Jaffe, the chief of the Violent Crimes and Racketeering Section of the Department of Justice, the Criminal Division. Kim Dammers, the principal deputy of the Violent Crime and Racketeering Section of the Department of Justice, Criminal Division. Brian Osden, the Assistant Special Agent in charge of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Atlanta Field Office. Brad Snyder, the Resident Agent in charge of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Savannah Field Office. Bo Kadoka, the Assistant Special Agent in charge of the Bureau of Alcohol, Firearms, Tobacco, and Explosives, the Atlanta Field Office. And Thomas Crawford, the Resident Agent in charge of the Bureau of Alcohol, Firearms, Tobacco, and Explosives of the Savannah Field Office. Inspector Terry Howard with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Curry Ward, Assistant Special Agent in charge with the Georgia Department of Corrections, the Southeast Region. Robert Johnson, Captain with McRae Helena Police Department. Lisa Treadwell, Trial Attorney with the Violent Crime and Racketeering Section with the Department of Justice. And Frank Pennington, an Assistant United States Attorney with the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Georgia. This morning, the United States Attorney's Office, in conjunction with the Violent Crime and Racketeering Section of the Department of Justice, unsealed an 8-count indictment charging 30 defendants in connection with alleged criminal activity committed by the sex, money, murder gang members and their associates. The federal charges include racketeering, murder, drug trafficking, fraud, and firearm charges. I'd like to turn it over to Chief Jaffe to walk through the charges and the alleged scheme. You will then hear from FBI ASEC Brian Osden, as well as ATF ASEC Bo Kadoka.
Thank you very much, Criminal Chief Groover, and thank you to Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Brian Osden of the FBI, Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Ben Kadoka of the ATF, Inspector Terry Howard of the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, who are here with me today, as well as our other partners and law enforcement partners at the federal, state, and local level. Days like today are not possible without our law enforcement partners. It is National Police Week, and I wanted to start by thanking you, your agents and officers, for putting your lives on the line.
My fault. Hold on. Any ninja wearing tinted lenses in the daytime in a lit room. What the hell does this even mean? What the hell does this even mean, nigga? Do you even have lights where you stay at? You probably don't. You probably don't. Yeah, I have lights because I'm live streaming, champ. It increases the camera quality. Did you know that, champ? Meanwhile, you using your grandmother's carpet as a comforter on the ground. By the way, you champ. You gotta take a seat off the sofa and use it as a pillow because you don't got one. By the way, yeah, champ. Yeah, that's what you do, champ. Y'all be coming and asking stupid questions. Any ninja wearing tinted? Do you even own a pair of glasses? Is it even any lights in your crib, nigga? Better question for you. No, I didn't think so, champ. But guess what? I'm gonna get you together though. 86K, gang. There you go. 86K. But let's continue.
To protect our communities and pursue justice for crime victims. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Jaffe. I'm Chief of the Violent Crime and Racketeering Section of the Criminal Division at the Department of Justice. Today, the Justice Department is announcing federal criminal charges against 30 members and associates of the violent sex money murder enterprise. Sex money murder is a street gang. It's an affiliate or set of the National Bloods gang. Because of the work of our investigative partners and our
National Bloods gang of the national. What the hell is the National? So somebody inform me on the National Bloods gang. I ain't never heard of that in my life. Anybody? Help me out. There's a National Bloods gang. I never heard of that, champ. I only know that's set to be a part of one thing. Okay? National Bloods gang, nigga, when? Y'all make it sound like it's a real deal commercial corporation, champ. The National Bloods gang. Ain't no National Bloods gang, champ. Y'all heard of that? Y'all know about the National Bloods gang? Champ, Sex Money Murder is a part of the United Blood Nation, bro. The UBN. That's what it's a part of, bro. Oh, champ. Run up these likes, man.
prosecutors. These 30 individuals are facing charges including racketeering conspiracy, murder in aid of racketeering, conspiracy to commit murder in aid of racketeering, use of a firearm resulting in death, drug conspiracy, and wire fraud conspiracy. This indictment is a testament to the diligence and dedication of the department's prosecutors and investigative partners in battling violent gangs in the greater metropolitan area of Savannah and beyond. This case reflects a sustained team effort to bring gang members and associates to justice for their tremendous violence, including murders, stabbings, and robberies, and harm they've inflicted to this community. At the outset, I want to take a step back and note that organized violent street gangs threaten the safety and security of our communities. This particular gang, the Sex Money Murder Gang, not only engaged in murder and illegal drug trafficking, both of which contribute to loss of life and spread of addiction, but also federal program fraud, diverting financial relief intended for struggling businesses and individuals during the pandemic. These actions undermine public safety, erode institutions, and exploit systems meant to support vulnerable populations, leaving long-lasting damage in its wake. As alleged in the indictment, the sex money murder enterprise enriched its leaders, members, and associates through drug trafficking, wire fraud, and bank fraud, and by smuggling narcotics and contraband and cell phones into prisons and jails. The sex money murder gang also preserved and protected its power, reputation, territory, operations, and money of the gang through the use of threats, intimidation, and violence, including murders and stabbings and robberies. The sex money murder gang also kept its victims and witnesses to the gang's activities in fear through threats of violence and actual violence. And the sex money murder gang provided financial aid and assistance to incarcerated gang members and associates by posting pretrial detention bonds and funding jail commissary accounts. As alleged in the indictment, the defendants charged today committed heinous acts of violence and other serious crimes in support of and in connection with the sex money murder gang. This included the execution-style murder of a young man on a school bus, getting off the school bus, returning from school in his school uniform, where the gang intercepted him as he got off the bus, took him to a secluded area, and shot him in the head and executed him.
Damn, a child? Well, if he was a gang member, I get it. But a child? It's wild work, gang. I ain't gonna lie. But that ain't got nothing to do with Hocus 4/5 now, does it, Chin? No, it ain't got nothing to do with Hocus 4/5 whatsoever. This is all the way in goddamn Savannah. This is all the way in goddamn Savannah. Nigga, nobody from New York even goes to Savannah, Georgia. Maybe Atlanta, but never Savannah, though. Let's be for real. Oh, Chin.
It includes a plot to murder certain incarcerated fellow gang members for perceived violations of gang rules, which resulted in a near-fatal stabbing. It involved gunpoint robberies, the distribution of deadly drugs, including methamphetamine, cocaine, and heroin throughout the Savannah metropolitan area. And it included sophisticated fraud schemes that targeted federal COVID-19 relief programs, resulting in an intended loss of over $850,000.
So that's what they trying to accuse Hocus 4/5 of. They go back to this pandemic stuff, these PPP loans and all that. Listen, man, they released the man, had him in custody, released him on a signature bond, by the way. That means he ain't do nothing. So I don't know what they was getting out of picking up a random person who, technically speaking, is a ex-blood member who ain't even banging no more, as if they was banging. They don't bang it no more. All the way in NYC. I'm gonna tell y'all, like I said before, when it comes to the East Coast blood gangs and all that, bro, there's the same East Coast blood gangs with different factions of the gangs in different places, bro. You got sex money murder in Atlanta. You got sex money murder in New Jersey. You got sex money murder in New York. You got sex money murder in Florida. They everywhere, bro. You got non-trades there's members of these gangs all over the place, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So again, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that somebody from New York may have something to do with this. It doesn't make any sense, bro. He's not big homie and nobody set that niggas gotta check in with him and all that. He's not that person. So why is it being done? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Just because somebody's sex money murder doesn't even necessarily mean that they have connections to every single sex money murder in other regions. It's possible, but it's just not commonality, bro. And guess what? You also got people who beef with other members of other factions from the same set. Yeah, non-trades could beef with other non-trades. You feel what I'm saying? Just for example, just because y'all in the same set or whatever the case may be, a different faction don't mean that there's no smoke neither. You feel what I'm saying? So to assume that everybody just connected because they jacking it is kind of crazy. Run up these likes, gang.
My thanks goes to the prosecutors from the Criminal Division's Violent Crime and Racketeering Section and the fantastic prosecutors at the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Georgia, as well as the investigators from the FBI, the ATF, the Department of Labor, Georgia Bureau of Investigations, Georgia Department of Corrections, and all of our state and local partners who relentlessly pursued this case. Today's announcement is an important achievement in securing the safety of hardworking communities in Georgia. Now, you'll hear from Brian Osden, the Assistant Supervising Agent in charge of the FBI.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Brian Osden, and I am the Assistant Special Agent in charge of the Atlanta Division. Today is a great day for coastal Georgia and, in fact, the entire southeast region of the country. This operation focused on the sex, money, murder street gang, which, as you just heard, was an offshoot of the Bloods that for many years has terrorized our state with violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. 18 dangerous people are now behind bars, and another 10 who are already incarcerated will be held responsible for crimes thanks to this operation. All of these people are members or are alleged to be members or associates of the sex, money, murder gang. FBI Director Kash Patel has given our workforce a clear directive: crush violent crime, and today is a big step in that direction. Our investigation uncovered and the indictment alleges that this gang's leadership, its members and associates, just like a large business, held board meetings and conference calls to organize itself and commit crimes ranging from murder to fraud to drug distribution. As part of this operation, as the indictment alleges, this street gang took great efforts to fund its criminal activity, to include setting up a nonprofit website called Listen to the Kids, which its main purpose was to collect donations that would help fund sex, money, murder street gang. Yesterday, as part of this operation, we made arrests in Hinesville, Savannah, Augusta, and Metro Atlanta. We also made arrests across the country to include Florida, New York, New Jersey, Texas, California, North and South Carolina. I would like to thank our state, local, and federal partners who helped greatly during this 4-year investigation. These partnerships are multiple.
So I wonder who else they done arrested who ain't had nothing to do with this. Who else they done arrested? This doesn't make sense, man. That's what I'm gonna say. I could only imagine there was other arrests made of people who ain't got nothing to do with this, bro. By the way, Hocus was let off on signature bond, which means he didn't have to pay for his bond. They just let him go, which means he's innocent. If he wasn't innocent, he would not be let go of. Trust me. As someone who has been arrested in New York City quite a few times, you ain't just being let go like that, gang. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just not how the game goes. Okay, listen. Who else did they arrest for no reason? Just because they either used to bang sex, money, murder, or what have you. Who else, champ? They gotta have proof you did something too. You dig? Put up these likes. Smash the like.
Across this region in our country, making a huge impact on the fight against these highly organized, violent organizations. But we still need your help. Today we are still searching for 2 individuals who have evaded capture. I have a wanted flyer, which I'll provide at the end, for 27-year-old Quinn Howard, who goes by Quinn or DBQ. If you know his whereabouts or know anything suspicious, please don't hesitate to call our anonymous tip line at FBI or 1-800-CALL-FBI or tips.fbi.gov. Thank you very much. Ben Kalaka from the ATF.
Hi, how are you? Good afternoon. My name is Bo Kalatka. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge of ATF here in Georgia. First off, I want to thank all members of law enforcement who worked in this investigation for their unwavering dedication and work ethic. Today is a strong reminder that law enforcement agencies at every level, local, state, and federal, are united in our commitment to safeguarding the public. This operation is a direct response to the rising violence and criminal coordination driven by this gang. These criminals preyed on our communities with reckless disregard for human life, engaging in murder, drug trafficking, financial fraud, and violence within and outside the walls of prisons. This case reflects years of collaboration and relentless effort by law enforcement. We are proud of the progress that we have made. As a result of disrupting gangs, removing violent offenders from our communities, denying firearms to prohibited individuals, and seizing unlawful firearms like machine gun conversion devices, we sent a clear message to the citizens of Georgia. Your safety is our top priority. We are here, united to make our communities safe. Thank you.
Before we open up for questions, I would also like to thank additional law enforcement partners who have provided valuable assistance during this investigation.
We don't care. We heard what we needed to hear, right? So here's what Wack 100 had to say as a result of Hocus 4/5 saying he's the reason that he's being falsely put into a Rico that don't got nothing to do with him in Savannah, Georgia. Well, Savannah, Georgia's sex money murder bloods game. Run up these likes, smash the like, share the video. Let's take a look at what Wack had to say. Salute to the chat, man. Run these likes up.
And based upon the move, they trumping the charges up on the other niggas, and he part of that one charge.
Yeah, but he just being charged for wire fraud for collecting unemployment and the PPP loan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. I see what it is. They got some overall shit going on. That's no different, Chuck, than loose little robbery tied up in Big U Rico. Whoever he was working with is tied into them. So they hit them with the charge too. Hocus probably didn't get that who shit it was in his name or something. Probably what it is.
And then he tried to throw you in it, Wack. Like, at the end of the nigga Hoke, he said at the end of the video, he said everybody that beef with you got a Rico. Huh? Now he's caught up.
That's a fact. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Where's Loose Cannon? Where's Brick Baby? Where's Big U? Where are these people that he be constantly having in his mouth? Oh, that's right. He locked up. Crazy, ain't it? I know. How ironic. Crazy. The biggest rat in the game somehow attached to another Rico out of nowhere within a couple of months. Ain't that something? That's just such a coincidence. Now is it, champ? Yeah, the biggest rat. The biggest rat just so happens to be attached to yet again another Rico. Oh, champ. How did that happen? How did someone else get a Rico like months after some other people that he wasn't cool with got a Rico? You dig? Come on, man. This is crazy. Run up these likes, man. Vlad says, y'all hate people that tell, but love people that unalive. Our culture is messed up. Stop. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you even saying? Who said that we love people who unalive people? Tell me where we said that. If somebody is lying on somebody purposefully trying to get them indicted, then they're weirdo. All right? You said I'm slow. The only thing that's about to be slow is this gym membership we about to get. Watch this. 86K. The only thing that's slow is the way that you're eating Frank right now. You're eating Frank in slow motion. Did you know that, champ? Yeah. You eating Frank in slow motion. Did you know that? Oh, champ. Yeah. You a slow-mo Frank eater. Did you know that? Or you eat slow. You want to make sure you get every bite. That's right. Yeah. You want every single inch in your neck. That's what it is. You want every bit of Frank in your neck. That's why you eat slow. You dig? Oh, champ. Now because I'm defending someone who clearly hasn't done anything, an innocent man, I'm defending people who unalive people. You got to make it make sense. So Wack 100 is fine because he tries to get innocent people locked up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Chad. How you gonna get mad at me because I'm exposing rat? People who rat are not innocent people. Rats are not innocent people. Rats are suckers. Rats are scums of the earth. Rats are people who purposefully try to get people locked up because they mad at them or something. Because they ain't trying to take accountability for things that they did. How is that a good person? How is being a rat cool? So you cool because you don't take accountability? I didn't know that. Interesting. All chat. And then you tried to call the mayor slow whole time. You slow eating Frank. Crazy. All chat. Hey, look, keep using your mouth for evil. How about that? You're an evil slow-mo eater. Did you know that, champ? You're an evil baby mud eater. All right? You a throat demon. Did you know that? Yeah. You have a demon in your neck. You might want to go see a preacher, a pastor or something. All right? You have evil neck. That's right. Your neck is evil. All right? By the way, run up these likes. Smash the likes. Hey, listen, if your neck is a Frank storage unit, I feel bad for you. If your neck is a Frank storage unit, well, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, but let's continue. Watch in.
Up in the Rico or some shit like that. You made a whole
Everybody that beef with me is in a, what the fuck I got to do with some stuff? Hey, you see what's crazy? I come in here and try to defend it.
I heard
These
you, Wack.
niggas
Before you stepped in the room, I was just telling Chuck this shit, and when you came in, I'm like, oh damn, Wack don't know what's going on.
Nah, I ain't got a clue. I'm thinking Chuck trolling.
Hell no. This shit crazy.
Yeah, but how the fuck I supposed to know what this nigga got going on? What?
This man is a compulsive liar, bro. Compulsive liar. See, what he tries to do is pretend he don't know nothing. He always does this. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm being trolled. The whole time he doing the trolling. You dig? Let me get you out of there. We got another Frank champ. Look, we got another Frank Gobbler in the building. Hey, salute to you, champ. You just made the gym. I'm proud of you, champ. You about to get your shoulders in order because your neck is not in order. Oh wait. Yeah. That baby mud storage unit you got for a neck, that we gotta fix your shoulders, gang. This is crazy. This is why we don't respect the East Coast, nigga. Who are you, nigga? The West Coast niggas I know have a lot of respect for New York and me. You dig? I'm just saying. Rich Press says 4/5 was blooded in. Ain't nothing innocent. What that got to do with anything? He already served his time. He served his time and he's not banging no more. He served his time, bro. So people can't serve their time and move on now. They just supposed to be looked at again. Like, people evolve, champ. Everybody ain't the same person that they used to be. Niggas is not allowed to make change, make a difference, and stop banging. Everybody's not banging forever. Hocus 4/5 is well into his 40s and all that. This nigga's not banging no more, bro. If you pay attention to anything that man do, it's nothing negative. I've only seen him do honorable things. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just saying. But we gotta stop jumping on these stupid narratives, talking about who's unalive, who, and all this nonsense. Hocus 4/5 ain't bothering nobody, man. He's making a big difference, or has made a big difference in his life and other people's lives, bro. Cut this nonsense out. But shit, he used to bang, okay, but he don't bang no more. So what we talking about? Exactly. Niggas be mad because he be pointing out the rats. Nigga, Wack 100 ain't no respected person out west. A lot of you niggas is not even from out west. Y'all just be jacking stuff because y'all think y'all a part of something. You let this bozo nigga, this bagel colored nigga make you think you was a part of something. You not a part of nothing. You just a UPS worker. Yeah, you good at putting boxes away. Good for you, champ. You're not a part of anything. Nobody knows you. Stop acting like nigga. Listen, he's not gonna let you suck him off, champ. Did you know that? Yeah. He's not gonna let you choke on it. Did you know that, champ? Yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna let you choke on it. I want you to know that. A lot of you niggas don't be no way. Nigga, go get my package from UPS. How about that? Make sure my package come on time and shut up. You ever thought about that? Yeah. Get my package. Okay? Yeah, get my package, nigga. You worry about the wrong thing, nigga. You gotta be at work at What time is it? You gotta be at work at 4, nigga. Worry about getting to work on time, nigga. So my package come on time. How about that? Yeah, do that. Run up these lights, gang.
There's a Savannah PPP loan. He probably wasn't even the target. He just, whoever them niggas is, I'm pretty sure they got some more serious charges. And this just happened to be something they was doing. Hocus probably the nigga that was busting the check or something. That's why he don't know the niggas. Whoever was putting together the play, it's 2-3 niggas in between him and Hocus. The nigga over.
So now you still right. See, this is also problematic because now you making up a narrative that he was running a legal play to scam money from the government. This ain't crazy? He's still telling. Listen, whether or not Wack 100 was involved in getting this nigga implicated in some type of Rico or not, this right here is what we call telling. You are creating a narrative that this dude was involved in some type of play, a money scheme to finesse the government. That's telling too. By the way, yeah, that's also telling that. If you publicly saying that, yeah, you were right. You dry stitching. Facts. This is dry stitching. If you do anything like this, you dry stitching. If you're assuming that a nigga did some illegal stuff, you say, oh, you know what happened is he ran a play. Like, no, nigga, that's telling too. You're still telling. Smash like shit, but this is still telling. I want y'all to know that.
But they probably don't know what the Hocus is. So a nigga could be out here doing something wrong. Let me get this right. A nigga could be doing something wrong that has nothing to do with me. And he get caught up, and now I got something to do with it. And get the fuck out of here, bro. Niggas is crazy, bro.
And that happened like in what, like 2020? That's when everybody was doing the PPP loans and all that stupid shit.
I wouldn't know. I ain't said nothing bad about. I called Hocus and told him I wasn't gonna even say nothing about his name no more about 5-6 months ago, bro, on my mama.
And I was telling the Chuck, I said, yo, because I had did a little research. I'm like, yo, you cannot collect unemployment and get a PPP loan at the same time. And you can't do that. That's the charge: collecting unemployment and getting a PPP loan.
So what that got to do with me?
I don't know why he even said that. I'm gonna be honest.
That's crazy.
I don't know why. You see what happens is this thing got a bunch of glazers around him. He got a bunch of Frank slurpers around him who say, I don't know why they would mention you Wack. Why would they do something like that? Y'all niggas, yo, gang, he not gonna let you choke on it. Chill out, bro. He's not gonna demolition your chin with his cubes. Did you know that? Yeah. He's not gonna do that, champ, right? He's not gonna touch your tonsils, champ, just because you want him to. I don't care how much blazing you do. He's not gonna let you. He's not gonna put it on your tonsils, champ. Relax, okay? Calm down, champ. Easy. Hey, look. He's not gonna touch your tonsils because you want him to, okay? No, he ain't gonna do that. Of course. Of course. The first person I'm looking at is, why would the police put me in this or try to attempt to put me in some stuff? Must be Wack 100. The same nigga who got other people in another Rico like a couple months back. Or we just supposed to ignore these things. We supposed to act like a rat is not a rat. Nigga, if I see a rat in the petting zoo, it's a rat, correct? Listen, man, this nigga is a self-admitted cheese eater, as far as I'm concerned. All right, he ain't here on Paru one time. He forgot to mention his fake Paru allegiance. All right, what we talking about? Insane. The niggas is mad. Y'all niggas want to cape for a nigga who wouldn't spit on you. Yeah, this nigga wouldn't spit on you, champ. He wouldn't think twice about spitting on you, right? Even though you want him to. I know you want him to, champ. All right? A lot of niggas got glazes out here. I get it. But I want you to know, so he's not going to choke you with it, all right? He's not going to choke you with it, champ. I don't care how much glaze you, he not doing it. Glaze from a distance like you've been doing, okay? All this extra effort ain't finna work, gang. He ain't about to choke you with it, gang. All right? He ain't gonna do that. We know how bad you working hard to make it happen, but that ain't finna happen, gang. What would have been 5-6 years now? Yeah. If it ain't happening, it damn sure ain't about to happen now. Just letting you know. Y'all are sick, man. Y'all be subconsciously moved. You dig? Get out of here, gang. Hey, salute to Hocus 4/5, man. Y'all don't even know what the hell y'all talking about. Y'all don't even know nothing about Hocus 4/5, bro. Cut the nonsense. If you see what Hocus 4/5 been doing, this is not even a conversation to be had. Y'all think because a nigga used to gangbang mean he's still actively gangbanging. That's not facts. Yeah, Wack used to be Pacoima Paru. Could he go back to Pacoima Paru though? Hell no, nigga, because them niggas might bury him. Allegedly. They've been trying to put you off the set for a long time, nigga. You already done violated some politics in Pacoima Paru. You can't go back to the hood, because if you do, you know what's gonna happen. And a put-off ain't a pretty thing neither, nigga. A put-off looks crazy. They want to kick you out the whip for real. You ain't trying to get kicked out the whip. And you never going to be kicked out the whip. You gonna take not getting kicked out the whip to the grave. You feel me? It's madness, man. Oh, champ. Run up these blikes, man. Somebody said, I don't see a comment up here. I see a comment on my phone. But somebody said you didn't hear some crazy. It's literally right now as you speak. Wack in Charleston White is live on Hocus 4/5 channel. They're having a meeting. You can't make this ish up. Go see for yourself if you think I'm lying. Hocus 4/5? I'll check it out. I'll look for it. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna see if you're lying. You know what's gonna happen if you're capping, right? If you capping, I want you to know there's consequences. By the way, what is this nigga's channel? Because I can't find his channel. I don't see nothing. Look, man. I'm gonna do you a solid favor. Dewberry. I'm looking now. How do I even? What's Dewberry's channel? Dewberry. I don't see nothing yet. What is his channel? Dewberry on. I don't see nothing, bro. Dewberry. Yeah, I don't see nothing. So check this out. You ready? I got something for you, champ. Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow, okay? Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the gym, okay? Hey, gang, do the man a favor. Make sure you run up these likes, smash the like button, share the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section, man. Am I bugging? Is Wack 100 not a rat no more? Did he replenish himself of his rat sins? You let me know how you feel in the comment section, gang. Smash up on the like, share the video. We should have more content later. By the way, okay? Again, special announcement. Are you ready? It's the man. The one and only video of me, Eric Adams. You rock the town favorite Showface news. It's Big Gotham. Everybody knows the town versus everybody at all times. If you hit the like, make sure you see the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Join the Discord. The Discord link is in the chat. Fire Discord. Get up in there ASAP. I'm going, y'all. Salute.